Good evening. It's about 11:30 at night here, and I'm going to go to sleep pretty soon. I've been trying to make a video every day, and it's still not too late for me to make one more video. Um, I decided I'd make this one a little bit about tinnitus and mental health. I know that a lot of people who have tinnitus often suffer from some mental health problems because of the tinnitus, or sometimes there's some other things going on too. Um, and it's important to recognize that just kind of like when you're sick or your body is sick, your your mind can be sick too. But the way we treat the mind can be a little different. Now, with tinnitus, there's some things that are likely to develop in the mental health area. They don't always happen, but they do. Um, One is repetitive thoughts. Namely, we repetitively think about the tinnitus. Um, when it comes to repetitive thoughts, this is something that's very treatable, including with tinnitus, but it does take some effort, and perhaps if the repetitive thoughts are really intense, you might need an anxiety drug or some kind of a drug to help you calm down a little bit. But hopefully you don't have to use it. But with repetitive thoughts, we have to try to combat that by trying to program in new thoughts to replace the repetitive thoughts. And with tinnitus, obviously, we keep thinking about the ringing noise. So I say this a lot of times: think about anything but the tinnitus and practice doing that, whether that be meditation and listening to some other sound and trying to really think about hearing that sound instead of the tinnitus. Maybe it's just watching TV, or talking to people, exercising, anything you can do to take 1 minute less of your day thinking about tinnitus. And maybe you can get more and more where you're just building in a habit of having different thoughts than the tinnitus. It can take some time, so don't give up. If you go back to having a bad day that made you really anxious, it's okay. But then just know that your mental instability about tinnitus is based on the thoughts you keep having. So you got to keep working at it, and you definitely can get a better habit of having less thoughts about tinnitus or anxiety, and more thoughts about the other things that will serve you better. Now, another area, anxiety is one where we actually feel maybe panic attacks, or anxiety. We have anxiety attacks. We feel our heart is really pumping fast. Now, that is also something where if it's happening a lot, you may need to temporarily get a drug for it. I like some things like magnesium because it's not really a prescription drug, but it can really help you to calm down a lot. But sometimes prescriptions can be called for too. But again, anxiety is based on your thoughts, and your thoughts can be changed. So you must first understand that you are the creator of your thoughts. When you're anxious about something, you're thinking about that thing that's making you anxious. And if you can change your thoughts to something else, you won't be as anxious. Maybe you're worried about what will happen in the future with your tinnitus. But the fact is, you're here now, you're listening to me, and you're doing okay. You're able to hear me. So, but try to find some ways to think about anything else. And you are the creator of your thoughts. You're the master of your thoughts. So start with that idea and then see how you can actually become more of a master. And depression is also a similar thing. If you have depression, depression is maybe you're having a hard time sleeping, and you've had anxiety for a while, and you feel like you're never going to get out of this, and your life is going to be terrible going forward. That's probably not true. It's almost certainly not true. You will have some good times ahead in the future. and but it's your thoughts that you're saying to yourself, "Oh, my life is bad." Replace those thoughts. Maybe you don't feel like doing it, but you got to force yourself to do it. You got to say, "You know what? I'm going to be okay. My future is bright. The best days are yet to come in my life." So I feel for you. I've had some mental health problems myself when I had the COVID and I couldn't sleep. I had some chest pains. I had a weird tingling in my leg. I had a joint that hurts in my toe, a knee that hurt, all going on at the same time with the tinnitus. So if you can imagine, I was pretty tormented myself too. But I'm so much better now, and I know from this year of really working on myself that it's your thoughts, and you can change them. But it does take repetition, because you have been repetitively saying, I don't know about you listening to me now, but maybe I'm talking to the right person. You have been continuously saying to yourself, "This is terrible. I hate tinnitus. I can't sleep." And all those things that you say that are like that, you've got to change those thoughts and get a habit of having the thoughts that are going to help you to just cope better in your day, and it'll start to fade away. It's a slow fade at first. You fight so hard to not think about tinnitus, but then you start finding ways. Okay, I can, whenever I do work out, or whenever I watch maybe Just for Laughs on YouTube, I'll laugh and I forget about it for a minute or 2 minutes, anything. And then you can add on a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you get better at it, and you're able to start sleeping well, able to relax and have a good day. And I'm just listening. The tinnitus is definitely there, and when I find it, it's actually quite loud. But when I'm not thinking about it, because I was so busy making this video, yeah, I mean, it's there. It's pretty loud, but it's kind of not there because I forgot about it. Yeah, it's kind of a strange thing, but I'm happy about that, and I have a bright future ahead. And you can reach this place too. I hope you can. I know you can. So best wishes to your mental health getting better and better if you're having some problems with this. And best wishes. Mm-hmm.